Okay, today I'm going to show how to replace a blower motor in a van, 2006 Dodge Caravan. It's went out, it won't even come on at all anymore, and after reading stuff on the internet, it's common for these to go out. So we're going to replace this one. So I'll take you through some of the steps on how to do it. Okay, here is the power wires going into the fan. Once we pop that out and unplug it, then we can work on getting all this unscrewed and popped out. There's really no need, I don't think, to unplug the battery, because once you unplug this, all the power to it's going to be disconnected anyway, so you're not going to be working with any live wires or anything. So let's get this out and then I'll show you what we need to do down here. Okay, now I unplugged this. What I did, I just took a flathead screwdriver, pushed it in on a little tab, and popped the wire out. The little tab right here pops the plug out. I took a bolt out right here. There's one right here, and then there's one back here that I have to get a wrench for, because you can't get a socket back up in there unless you've got a little bitty mini socket. And it is 8mm on these screws so far, and I'm not sure how I'm going to get back in. There's another one back on behind there somewhere. I'll probably have to use this wrench because I don't know if I can get a socket in there, but let's go from there. Okay, like a half hour later. Okay, this thing that's sitting in there like this, you've got two back screws right here. This one here, as you can see I'm bleeding, is a pain in the butt to get to because it sets up against the firewall, and I had to tear out, I had to move this insulation, I had to tear part of it up right there where this is at because it was in the way, I couldn't get to it. Finally ended up getting this because it's flexible. It's like a screwdriver, it's real flexible. That's about the only thing I can find that is going to get back up in there. Everything else I've tried would not work, would not get in there. This little thing here was on the bottom. It's got that little deal on it there. I'm not exactly sure what that does. Let me get the light on here. Okay. This here, yeah, this here goes down inside of this, and then this other piece connects to it, and it causes it turns something in there. That in there is stuck in here pretty tight, so you've got to push something in here and kind of pop it out, and then it pops out. Now I've already popped the cord out of the side here, so it's got another 3 screws to hold the fan on. So we can get them out, and then we'll show you what it all looks like. Now, for obvious reasons, make sure that it looks like they're the same deal. I know I already looked at the plug. The plug's the same. It looks like the mounting screws and everything are all the same. So it's just a matter of getting it in there and replacing it. Also, just make sure when you take that out, the old one out, you kind of know where the screws are at, so you can line up, because there's one is offset from the other two. So I mean, obviously it's not going to fit in there right, but it just make it easier on yourself if you put it in there right the first time. There we go. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it's definitely blowing out air now. Before it wasn't even doing that. So make sure that you cycle through all your settings to make sure you got to put back together right, that it's going to defrost and everything. If it didn't, the little deal that hooks on the bottom of that shroud that goes around the fan is on there wrong, and it's not turning it to cycle through the different areas, so you need to make sure all your things are working properly. I ordered this online. I think it was 30 some bucks, cheaper than an auto parts store. I think they went about 70 or 80 for it. So definitely get online and do your research and check them out. Most all your stuff you can find online cheaper. You can go to the auto parts store anyway, if you can stand to wait for a few days for it to get here. And this has been having trouble for over a year now, and it's finally just went out on me, so I had to replace it. But there you go. Okay, here's some bonus footage for everybody. Here's the inside These are the brushes, I believe is what they're called. So they're pretty worn. They travel along this. Power comes in, causes the magnet. But look down inside here. Look at this. This thing's wiggling back and forth really bad. I don't know if you can see down inside there or not, but it's there's supposed to be a little bit of a gap between them, but that's like, that's real bad. I mean, and they look like they're worn really bad, so I'd say that's probably why this motor's not working very well anymore. Anyway, that's why you gotta replace them.